So welcome back. Hoping you guys are having a fabulous day. So I made a video, right, earlier today where I talked about, guess what? Yes, dead update. It looks like now that's it for the month. We're gonna go into Reinhard. That's gonna happen. That's most likely the plan. And again, you know, over Twitter, over quote retweets on the original patch notes, and just Discords all over. People are like, damn, all right, one Halloween unit, and then again matching it up to previous years. That's pretty bad, right? 3 Halloween units, big events, stuff like that. This year was a little bit lackluster. Summer also 1 summer unit. It's been weird, right? Again, people are now pushing the thing like, oh, Grand Cross is done for, it's dead. So I wanted to make this. We'll update this. I'll learn it with you. I haven't checked the revenue in 2 months. It's been a while actually, right? So the last time I made a revenue video was all the way for the 3rd anniversary. So it's been a very long time actually. Not even 2 months, maybe more, but today we'll update it. We'll see how Grand Cross is holding up. How is Grand Cross doing? That's your question. I'm here to answer it. Let's check it out. So first thing, beforehand, I checked patch notes to go through and tell you what the revenue is for. This revenue will be for this update, which brought us, I think, nothing. So, okay. This update, which is Chandler. So I wonder, how did Chandler do for Grand Cross? This is going to be a bad number to go through. Yeah, Chandler wasn't the most summoned for unit, so don't expect much off of this one. We also have ReZero. This is part 2, right? So ReZero part 1 is 9.5. So yes, ReZero part 1 is in September, okay? So this revenue will be tracking all of ReZero, whatever release, which, never mind, screw Chandler. Even if Chandler is terrible, this should be some good revenue because so many people had a 6.6 this unit, and even this one. So you had 2 kind of really damn good units. A game changer right here, and also for Unknown Team a game changer too. So 2 units, you needed a bunch of cosmetics, a bunch of other stuff also, rerunning the old cosmetics. It should be decent revenue, right? So hopping over here, I opened up the NETMARBLE tracker for it, right? So this is, again, Sensor Tower. They always track the revenue. And I filtered it by NETMARBLE Corporation, so to see how NETMARBLE games are doing, because again, people want to push the narrative or like the thing that, yeah, Grand Cross is shutting down now because Origins is a thing. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how NETMARBLE games are holding up. How is NETMARBLE doing as a company? They recently got like an insane investment also, if you haven't like read the articles. They've been doing insane, right? They have so many projects under the belt. They're releasing Solo Leveling. They're releasing 3 new IP games also that haven't been announced yet, right? They're releasing 7 Deadly Sins Origin. They're releasing a new, I think, a Game of Thrones game. There's so much stuff that they are working on. So the company itself is doing outstanding, right? Again, maybe that's leading to the reason why Grand Cross has a little bit more lackluster of content and stuff like that. But for an organization, a corporation, they're doing crazy, all right? So first, we'll filter by what their least revenue stuff. There's some games out here that are still alive, holding on, that are at 30K revenue. So keep that in mind. They haven't shut these things down. They still get somewhat content updates. I think this is still in the live game, I believe. I have no idea what KOF All-Star is. Look at this. Marvel Future Revolution is still getting content updates and everything, and it's only making 400K a month. And again, I know I'm saying that relatively 400K is a lot still, but it's only doing that much. And NETMARBLE still hasn't pulled the plug or done anything. They still give it constant updates. I recently saw a tweet that like Wolverine or something was being added to it. So the game's getting updates. So realize that still exists. I'll filter by the most revenue. We have this one over here, which I have no idea what that is. Can I read this logo? Lineage Revolution in Korea. The Korea version is making 2 million. This one over here is also, there's no logo here to read. I have no idea what this is, but that's also doing 2 million. But look at this. Your top 4 games for this include 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, right? And also, it would, if you consider it, if you go off of the Android version, right? So iOS and Android both rack in 2 million, not 200 million, imagine 2 million, right? So that's $4 million is what Grand Cross is pulling in. Then there's the Korea versions, which let's see if that filters. This is the JP version, raking in 1 million. Okay, there's also an Android version to JP, right? So iOS and Android. Android probably rakes in what, 400K, 500K. That's the usual we go through. So look at it, like Ni no Kuni just released this year, supposed to be a big game. Supposedly they put so much effort into it. They were dumping money into this game, and it's only raking in 1 million a year. Okay, again, I'm saying that relatively only, but 1 million. Then you have the second version, 1 million. Again, each one, so you can say that's raking in 4 million. Well, Grand Cross on just the global version, Android and iOS, is at 4 million. Okay, then there's the Korea version, 2 versions, which we always guesstimate to be like 1 million. Then you go off of what, JP Korea or JP only iOS, it's like 1.5 million. okay? Grand Cross is doing outstanding. It is still for a collaboration. Again, the only banner you would say people summon for it in this month, genuinely, I know people are going to say otherwise, but the amount of money from this month is mainly only from this. And again, this banner wasn't the best, okay? Most people couldn't summon for this because they put all their like eggs in this basket. They could only go for this. They usually, again, skip this stuff because right after collab, no one actually had the time or money to do it. They skipped it, right? So for one banner, raking in 4 million, I don't know, it's pretty damn good. And again, that's just global. There's the other versions, JP, we always considered that much and all of that. And again, NETMARBLE still has these games, okay? All of these games here that are making this much money that they haven't pulled the plug on. That again, yes, maybe they slowed down in content. That's true. But again, potentially the whole reason they might be slowing down in content is because, you know, they're trying to get out Origin and then do some like simultaneous updates for both. Again, I always mention it whenever I make these videos. Honkai Star Rail exists, but Genshin still exists also, right? Genshin blew up, is the biggest game probably right now for gacha games, and Honkai didn't die. They didn't just like can Honkai. Honkai doesn't make as much by any means, but it's still alive, right? It's their turn-based game version of Genshin. So if you don't like Genshin, you don't like that free roam, but you like, the ability to play like a turn-based game, guess what? MiHoYo has you as either one of those games. In this, NETMARBLE will have you under one belt, right? Of it being, boom, you're playing a turn-based, or boom, you're playing an open world, right? So again, I don't think per se that they're going to give up on Grand Cross anytime soon. The revenue is still there. Again, I think that they're going to slow down, yes, in the means of releasing one banner units constantly. Because again, when I mashed up this revenue back then, they're making the same amount of money. They're not like losing money by only doing a single unit banner. Sure, they like potentially it's a small margin, but it's less development, right? So we've been seeing it again, one banner units. The Halloween update, like again, was a little bit lackluster. So we were like, oh, part 2 should be spicy, right? It should be spicy. And again, it really wasn't. The festivals have been a little bit slower. Again, you've been seeing less free units, less stuff like that. And again, when it does come to double unit banners, as mentioned always, those are, again, non-existent anymore. Okay, it's been almost in 3 months, in 4 months, right? Yeah, around 4 months. What are we in? We're in October. Let's say it's been like 8 months. 8 months without a double unit banner. And again, they've been doing rerun collabs. Remember that too. They haven't done a 4-unit collaboration in how long? They haven't renegotiated a collaboration like that. They just renegotiated collaboration with people they've already negotiated with, right? So it's going to be easy to do that in comparison to getting the rights to a new collaboration. And again, a lot more development, doing an entire story, doing 4 brand new characters, and making sure they're not like breaking the game, you know, because they don't want that to happen, definitely, right? Reinhard. So yeah, that's where it stands. Grand Cross is still doing, I would say, good. Again, people want to say the game's gonna shut down. It's not shutting down. They're doing fine. They genuinely are. It's just maybe, you know, it's slower on the content side of things. That's definitely apparent. But we'll see. Maybe it's like the calm before the storm. We have end of year festival, 3.5 festival, and Ragnarok this month. So there's a lot of things going on. Maybe they're just like, again, Halloween was supposed to be lackluster because there's so much stuff to come. We'll see. But that's really it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. That's been it for me, and yeah, enjoy.